Hello friends, now that Burning Man has concluded and the attendees have found their way out of the desert, you may be asking yourself, how did all this get started? And no, I don't mean the original Burning Man with Michael Mickle and John Law in 1986, but where did this practice come from? And does it have anything to do with Nicolas Cage in a cage, yelling, "These"? Well, the original practice came from the Gallic Empire. We only know anything about it because Julius Caesar fought a war in the Gallic Empire and wrote about their practices, which included a summer solstice festival in which they built a wicker man, put a sacrifice inside of it, and burned it. Now, if you know anything about farming practices, you'd know that most crops are planted in spring and actually harvested in the fall. This is why having a solstice festival with a sacrifice may have led them to believe it would help have a good harvest in the fall time. Practices, however, have not been generally well accepted. Julius Caesar may have had reason to try to paint the Gauls as being tribal and brutal in order to encourage people to fund the war and to fight against them. There wasn't any evidence for human sacrifice until recently. We actually have found graveyards with interesting arrays of skeletons of different ages, with seemingly ceremonial placement of injuries and placement of their bodies in the grave. But it still doesn't support the Wicker Man idea. The last human sacrifice of the Wicker Man was technically in 2013 when Aaron Mitchell, aged 41, ran into the flames and perished. What do you think about Burning Man? And what do you want to learn about next?